The following is a presentation of RMG Sports, award-winning championship television.
Coming up, the defending conference champion Richland Rams head south to Bedford County to take on the number 3 ranked Bedford Bison. RMG's game tape starts now. They're packing them in at Bison Stadium, where it's homecoming for Bedford. Alongside of Mike Satosky, I'm Jared Rosenberg. Fans, welcome to Week 7 of RMG's Game Tape, where this segment, as always, is brought to you by our friends at Somerset Trust Company. Somerset Trust Company, fans, is celebrating 125 years of serving our region. Learn more at somersettrust.com. Brandon Bailey's Richland Rams trying to get back on the winning side of things. Kevin Steele's Bedford Bison ranked number 3 this year in the RMG Sports Power Poll with their stout group of underclassmen. Bison are strong this year. Bedford won the toss. They said go ahead and give us the ball. So Sean Gindelsberger has it teed up. Runs up, it's off his toe, and we're playing football in Bedford. Taking it to 14 by Lucas Wagerman. Wagerman with blocker straight up the middle. Here he comes across 45 midfield and taken down at the 46-yard line by the kicker Gindelsberger. And Bedford's going to start their opening drive in Richland Ram territory. 1st and 10. Austin Montgomery, a 6'1" junior, starts at quarterback for the Bedford Bison. Under center, tight formation. There goes Zach Schaefer in motion. Montgomery keeps it himself and rumbles straight over the left-hand side and picks up 4 yards. Ryan Ball on the tackle. 2nd down and 9 after the penalty. Montgomery moves to the shotgun, barks out the commands too high, too low. He takes a wild snap, gets it out to Zach Schaefer. Schaefer across the 45, and he's spun down by Ben Verhofsek. Bedford picks up 4 yards on the play. Similar formation, different hash mark, 3rd down and 5. Montgomery to pass, fires it out. He gets it to Connor Lasorka. Lasorka throws a move, breaks one tackle, then a second. He's at the 25, to the 20. Farina gives pursuit inside the 10, down to the 5, and is finally taken down at the 4-yard line. 37-yard pickup, 1st and goal, Bedford. The ball rests on the 4-yard line. Montgomery gives it to August Cook. Cook spins, but he hits the line, and the line hits back. He's going to be stopped for a gain of 2. 3rd down and goal from the 1-yard line. Montgomery gets everyone set. Coming up on the 9-minute mark, Montgomery play action, fires one to the end zone, and he has a touchdown! Bedford! Zach Schaefer takes a quick flip from Austin Montgomery, and the Bison go on the board first, Mike.
Boy, Jared, we have a great angle here. How about the play action to August Cook? That really froze the Richland linebackers, and that allowed Schaefer just to kind of sneak behind. He got wide open. Montgomery, that's an easy touchdown.
Montgomery steps in to perform the kicking duties. Dylan Downs is a holder. He takes the snap, gets it down, and Montgomery skies one through the uprights, tack on one more. Austin Montgomery's everywhere tonight. He performs the kick, walks up off his toe, sending it down where Dom Farina waits for it at about the 3-yard line, across the 5, 10, 15, into traffic in the 20, 25, 30, and he's tripped up by 88, Brian Wirtz, but that's a 29-yard kickoff return by Farina. 66, Ethan Dabbs, a freshman, starts at quarterback, and he's going to throw on 1st down, unleashes a cannon shot downfield and overthrows his target, Colby Warshall, by 15 yards. Wow. 5, Tim Rubel steps in at quarterback as Richland stays in the spread offense. Rubel play action, fires it out to the far side to Ben Verhofsek, who is tattooed by 9. Connor Lasorka, no gain on the play, big hit. The howitzer, Ethan Dabbs, steps back in at quarterback. He's going to throw it again, unleashes another shot way downfield, and once again overthrows Colby Warshall, who can't catch up to that one. 2nd down for the Bison. Montgomery barks out the commands, gets everyone set. August Cook is right behind him. He has 2 low, 1 high, does Montgomery. Montgomery takes a snap, scrambles near side, fires it out to Dylan Downs at the 45. Downs breaks 1 tackle and a second, but he's finally taken down from behind by Lenny Joy. That's a 15-yard pickup and a Bedford 1st down. Fans, this segment of football is brought to you by Bad Boys Bistro, with locations in Bedford and Somerset, where great food creates amazing times. Bad Boys Bistro, voted best wings and burgers 4 years in a row. Learn more at badboysbistro.com. Second down and 10 from the 40-yard line. Once again, Montgomery walks around, gets everyone set up. Here comes Lucas Wagerman in motion. Gives the ball to Wagerman. Wagerman cuts back up to the middle. Wagerman, the speedster, shoots ahead across the 30-yard line. They'll spot the ball on the 29. That's an 11-yard pickup and another Bison first down. First and 10 from the 29. Schaefer goes into motion. Montgomery fakes a give to Schaefer, gives it to August Cook. Cook with a head of steam. Cook with a hole at the 10 to the 5. Tripped up. He stretched out. Did he break the plane? He did. Touchdown! Bedford! Touchdown, August Cook. 29-yard run, Mike.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard, Jared. Great blocking. Look at 58. Blaze Iden gets Anthony Moran out of the way. That's what really sprung August Cook downfield. And there you go. This high-powered Bedford offense back on the board again. And, Jared, keep in mind, these are a lot of underclassmen.
Richland down by 2 scores early. They need to respond, spreading things out. Colby Warshall, your quarterback. Warshall's going to hold on to it, and he's going to surge ahead and pick up about 4 yards before being tripped up by Connor Lasorca. Quarterback carousel continues for Richland. Dom Farina steps in, a quarterback now, 22. Farina takes it, tucks it, straight up the gut, and he's going to have the first down before being taken down by Costal and Carnes. Farina stays in the backfield. A quarterback, Lenny Joy, stands next to him. Farina takes it, runs it straight up the middle again, attracts a pile of Bison, but then he pulls them forward past the lollipop. Farina grabs 11 and another first down. 19, Lenny Joy steps in at quarterback now. Colby Warshall's to his right. Joy fakes the give, looking to throw, but he runs right into 52. Sean McGee, who plants Joy in the backfield for a loss of 9 on the play. 1 step forward, 2 steps back for the Rams. Offsides moves them back into their own territory. Warshall fakes the give, has it tucked straight up the middle, finds a seam, finds a hole, and rumbles forward for what looks to be about a 10-yard pickup. Schaefer with the tackle. Third down and 4. Richland trying to keep this drive alive. Coming up on the 2.5-minute mark of the first quarter. Warshall once again tucks it straight up the gut. Goes Colby Warshall, who is finally tripped up by 63 Matt Klein. But Warshall's going to grab 16 yards and a Richland first down. Second down and 5 for the Rams. The howitzer Ethan Dabbs, 66, big freshman, steps in at quarterback. Here comes Warshall in motion. Warshall gets the ball, runs near side, tries to make something happen, but Devin Carnes will have none of that. Loss of 2. Ethan Dabbs stays in at quarterback. Third down and 7. Dabbs takes it. He's trying to run with it, throws a stiff arm, but he runs right into August Cook, and Schaefer gives him a hand as well. Puts the quarterback down. He's only going to get 2 yards. Fourth down coming up. We switch end zones as we come into the second quarter of play. Colby Warshall steps in at quarterback. Fakes the give to Farina. Warshall straight up the middle. Warshall to the 5. Spins into the end zone. Touchdown! Richland! Touchdown, Colby Warshall. 20-yard run, and the Rams are on the board, Mike.
Couple things to take a look at, Jared. Again, great blocking. Horsley with a great block. Anthony Moran, number 52, springs Colby Warshall downfield. And I got to tell you, this never say die Richland offense, Jared. They're loaded with speed, and don't count them out just yet.
88, Sean Gendelsberger steps in to attempt the extra point. Ludwig with the hold, good snap, and Gendelsberger sends it through the uprights and into the parking lot. Tack on one more, 7-point ball game here in Bedford. Fans, this segment of football is brought to you by RE/MAX Team Realtors in Johnstown. Whether you're looking to buy or sell real estate in the Johnstown region, you need to visit johnstownpahomes.com. RE/MAX Team Realtors in Johnstown. Outstanding agents, outstanding results. Bedford starts this drive on their own 21-yard line. There goes Lasorca in motion, and Montgomery gives the ball to Lasorca. Lasorca tries the far side and then tries to cut back up, but he's taken down by Ryan Ball, gain of 3. Rain continues to fall here in Bedford. Second down and 7 for the Bison. Montgomery in trouble. Wrapped up by Ethan Dabbs, the freshman. We've seen his arm tonight. Now we see him on defense. Third down and 13. Montgomery from the shotgun. Back to pass. Fires across the middle. He gets it to Zach Schaefer. Schaefer taken down immediately by Dom Farina. And it looks like he's 3 yards short of the first down. Penalty against Richland moves them back 5 yards. First down and 15. Colby Warshall stands in at quarterback. Farina to his right. Fakes a give. No, he gives it to Farina. Farina runs right into a wall of defenders. He's not going to get much. Where they're spotting the ball, he's going to have about a 2-yard gain on that run. 66, Ethan Dabbs steps back in a quarterback. 3 high, 1 low. Dabbs back to pass. Looking at Warshall again. Fires it downfield. Overthrown again. Solid coverage by Connor Lasorca. Austin Montgomery gets under center, first down and 10 from the 36. Gives the ball to Cook. August Cook, who's taken down by Anthony Moran, but he'll grab 4 yards. Third down and a short 2. Montgomery climbs under center. Schaefer goes into motion. The give is to Cook. Here comes August Cook. August Cook to the 40, 35, 30, and finally pushed out of bounds at about the 25-yard line by Dom Farina. 31-yard run. Similar formation on first and 10. Montgomery keeps it himself. Montgomery cuts back up to the middle, tiptoes forward, and is taken down by Verhofsik and Ball, but he's going to grab 9 yards. Second down and 6 for the Bison. Montgomery under center again. Wagerman goes into motion. The give is to Cook. Cook rumbles straight up the middle, puts his head down, keeps those knees churning, and he's going to grab 11 yards and a Bison first down. First and 10 from the 11. Montgomery from the shotgun looking to throw. Here comes the heat. They get him. They wrap him up, and they finally put him down. Ball, Snopko, and Detter were there to put him down for a loss of 6. Second down and 16 from the 17. Montgomery in the shotgun. He's going to try to run it straight up the middle, and he does. He gets to the 10. Looking to move inside the 5, and he does. Taken down finally by Logan Bowser, but that's a 13-yard pickup. Third down and 2 from the 4-yard line. Schaefer goes into motion. Montgomery fakes the give, comes back up to the middle, pushes his way in, and the ball comes loose. Did he break the plane? They say he did. Touchdown! Bedford! Austin Montgomery, 2-yard run. Tack on 6 more, Mike.
Jared, that's just Coach Kevin Still saying, Austin Montgomery, you take the ball, use that big body, and take her into the end zone. I got to tell you, good try there. As you can see on the replay, Yu Chen Lang tried to strip that ball, but as we said earlier, Montgomery already broke the plane.
Rams trying to get something going on this drive. First down and 15 on the 32-yard line after the procedure call against Richland. 22, Dom Farina steps in at quarterback. Here comes Warshall in motion. Farina fakes the give to Warshall and tries to make something out of that play. And he'll get nothing as a flag flies for legal procedure, and Bedford will decline that penalty. Third down and 9. Dom Farina stays in at quarterback, number 22. 2:39 to play in the first half. Farina has it tucked. Boy, they read that one from the start. Tanner Kokenauer came flying in from the outside linebacker spot with August Cook and put him down for a loss. 2:22 to play here in the first half as Austin Montgomery gets everyone set, spreading things out. Are the Bison 2 high, 2 low. Cook in the backfield. Montgomery takes a snap. He's in trouble. He gets away from Dabbs. Fires one downfield, and it's overthrown. Intended for Dylan Downs. A lot of bodies flying around down there. Business owners, it's almost playoff time. Get your advertising in front of our fans as we bring you the biggest games in our region. Get your message on thousands of televisions, phones, tablets, and computers, and help to promote our local athletes at the same time. Learn more at rmgsports.net. Montgomery from the shotgun. Pumps, in trouble. Now he scrambles to the near side, looking to throw. Here comes the heat, spun around, wrapped up, and taken down finally by Ethan Dabbs and Logan Bowser. 2-yard loss. Third down and 12. Minute and a half to play in the first half. Montgomery from the shotgun fires across the middle. He gets it out to Connor Lasorca, who's taken down by Ben Verhofsik. He needed 12. They got 14. First down, Bedford. The ball rests on the 35-yard line. Once again, Montgomery from the shotgun looking to pass, pumps, fires to the far side, gets it to Dylan Downs. Downs has the first down across midfield and chased out of bounds by Farina and Ludwig, but that's an 18-yard pickup. Second down and 10 for the Bison. Montgomery from the shotgun looks things over. A little over a minute to play in the first half. Montgomery gets it out to Downs again. Downs pushed out of bounds by Ludwig, a yard short of the first down. Third and 1 from the 38. Montgomery takes the snap from the shotgun. Looking to throw, looking downfield. Now he has it tucked and he's got some room. Here he comes. Here comes Austin Montgomery. Montgomery across the 20 to the 15 with blockers to the 10. Farina gives him some friction, but he's finally ridden out of bounds inside the 5-yard line by Ben Verhofsik. That's a 34-yard run. First and goal, Bedford. First and goal from the 4-yard line. Montgomery gives the ball to Cook. Cook weaves his way through traffic, dives into the end zone. Touchdown! Bedford! Touchdown, August Cook, his second of the game. From 4 yards out, another 6 for Bedford. 33 seconds to play in the first half. Ethan Dabbs, the big freshman, steps into quarterback, number 66. He's in the shotgun. He has 2 low, 1 high. Scrambles near side, does Dabbs. Dabbs looking downfield. Cocks it, fires it downfield, and it's overthrown again, and this time Bedford's going to make him pay. Zach Schaefer was waiting down there deep. He pulls it in for an INT. The ball goes back to the Bison. 1st and 10 late in the first half. 25 seconds to play. Here comes Wagerman in motion. Montgomery gives the ball to Wagerman. Some confusion there in the backfield as he is swarmed immediately and taken down by Killian Snopko and others, and that's going to be the last play of the first half. Fans, welcome to the second half on a rainy night in Bedford. Montgomery kicks it down. Dom Farina waiting for it at about the 5. Takes it. Here he comes across the 10 to the 15 on the far side. 20. Jukes and jives it to 20 and is finally swarmed and taken down. They'll mark him down at about the 25-yard line, and that's where Richland will try to get something going here in the second half. Ethan Dabbs steps back in a quarterback. He's in the shotgun, back to pass, loops one gently over the middle, looking for Lenny Joy. Incomplete, and the flags fly in. They're going to call Bedford for pass interference. Ethan Dabbs stands in the shotgun, 2nd down and 7. Lenny Joy is to his right. Dabbs takes a snap, follows Joy's block to the near side, runs over Zach Schaefer, but Schaefer brings him down. 5-yard pickup. Colby Warshall steps in at quarterback now. 3rd down and 2. Warshall escapes a tackler in the backfield. Another one there across midfield. 45, 40, 35 still on his feet, taken down at the 30-yard line. Tyler Dawson with the tackle, but that's a 22-yard pickup and a Richland 1st down. Colby Warshall stays in at quarterback. He's in the shotgun, gives the ball to Lenny Joy. Joy tries to find a hole up the middle, and he does. Leaves his feet, and they make him pay. Kostel and Zembauer on the tackle, but that's a 5-yard pickup. 3rd down and 5. They bring in the howitzer. Here's Ethan Dabbs, 66. Play action. Back to passes Dabbs. Firing one for the end zone. Oh, and it's in and out of the hands of Dylan Downs. He wanted that INT in the end zone. 4th down. Fans, this segment of football is brought to you by Allegheny College of Maryland's Bedford County campus. Start small, start smart, start here. Attend the Bedford County campus's open house on Saturday, November 8th from 10 a.m. until noon. Visit allegheny.edu/open house for more information. 4th down and 5. Richland's going to try and go for it. Colby Warshall with it. He's pushing, he's fighting, but he's going to be a yard short. The Bison defense did their job. The ball goes back to Bedford. 2nd down and 2 for Bedford as Richland struggles to get set up. They might have had 12 men on the field. Montgomery holds on to it. No flag on the play. Montgomery on the far side, still on his feet, spins away from tacklers, puts his shoulder down, and takes the ball past the 40-yard line. Montgomery needed 2. He got 10. 1st down for the Bison. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Montgomery gives the ball to Cook. Here comes Cook. Breaks away from one tackle at midfield. He's got a blocker. He's got nothing but open field in front of him. There's a flag down on the play. He's at the 10-5. Cook goes into the end zone. That would have been a 60-yard touchdown run coming back on a block in the back penalty. Bedford doesn't keep the touchdown, but they do keep the 1st down. Montgomery flips one over to Connor Lasorca. Lasorca wide open. Lasorca to the 30. And he's going to be wrapped up and taken down finally by Dom Farina. But that's a 25-yard pickup and a Bison 1st down. 2nd down and 10 for the Bison as Montgomery works from the shotgun now. Cook is to his rear. Montgomery looking to throw, fires one to the far side, looking for Dylan Downs, but it was just a little too short. Coverage by Ludwig. Dylan Downs lines up down low, 3rd down and 5. Montgomery from the shotgun flips it up to the high side to Cook. Here comes Cook, and he powers his way forward past the 1st down marker. That's going to be another Bison 1st down. Spot the ball on the 17-yard line, 1st and 10. Montgomery from the shotgun again, takes a low snap. Looks, fires across the middle. He gets it to Zach Schaefer. Zach Schaefer inside the 10-yard line. That's a 9-yard pickup, tackled by Verhofsik. Similar formation, 2nd down and 1. Montgomery this time flips it out to Cook. Cook with a head of steam in a hole, and he flies into the end zone. Touchdown, Bedford! Touchdown, August Cook. 9-yard run, his 3rd touchdown of the game, and the Bison go up by 6 more against Richland. Richland has the ball 1st and 10 on the 27. Brandon Bailey reaching into his bag of razzle-dazzle tricks. Lenny Joy in a quarterback, 3 high, 3 low. Joy, a rainbow out to Ben Verhofsik, who has to go up for it and come down with it. Taken down by Cook. That play took a little too long to develop. Gain of 1. Freshman Ethan Dabbs steps back in a quarterback, fires one far side. A cannon on that kid, gets it to Ludwig. Ludwig then gang tackled on the far side. Richland needed 9. They got 9. First down for the Rams. 3 low for Ethan Dabbs, who stands in the shotgun. Second down and 10. Dabbs gives the ball to Farina. Dom Farina on the far side. Farina, the speedster, turns it on. He's across midfield. 45-40, 35-30, 25-20. Rides the tightrope, but he steps out of bounds at the 19-yard line. 44-yard run by the senior Farina. First and goal from the 9-yard line. Dabbs has Joy next to him. Warshall behind him. Dabbs gives the ball to Warshall. Warshall tries to run through a hole, and he's going to surge ahead to about the 3-yard line. And a late flag comes in. Another personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against Bedford. The penalty gives Richland a first down, first and goal from the 1-yard line. Dabbs fakes the give and then just rumbles right into the end zone. Touchdown, Richland! The freshman, Ethan Dabbs, takes it in from 1 yard out and puts 6 more on the board for the Richland Rams here in Bedford. Fans, this segment of football is brought to you by Young American Furniture in Johnstown. Stop by their showroom on the Guystown Cloverleaf to see their wide selection of quality flex steel furniture. That's Young American Furniture on the Guystown Cloverleaf in Johnstown. Learn more at youngamericanfurniture.com. Richland having some trouble keeping their guys on side. Now they're going to kick it from the 30-yard line. Sean Gindelsberger sends it downfield, taking it about the 24 by Lucas Wagerman. Wagerman, the speedster. Here he comes across the 45, midfield, 45-40, and finally taken down from behind by Colby Warshall at about the 39-yard line. Another impressive return by Wagerman. Second down and 12. Jacob Zembauer checks in down low. Here goes Schaefer in motion. Montgomery pitches it out to Cook. Cook builds up ahead of steam. Look out. Here comes August Cook. He's across the 15 to the 10 to the 5. All the way to the house. Touchdown, Bedford. Touchdown, August Cook. 41-yard run. Touchdown number 4 for the 6'3 junior Cook. Richland lines up second down and 4 on their own 37-yard line, trying to get a scoring drive going. 1:06 to play here in the third period, down 40-15 against number 3 ranked Bedford. The freshman Ethan Dabbs steps in a quarterback again, pumps, fires, long ball, another howitzer shot to a wide open Liddy Joy. Oh, he drops it. Oh, they finally connect on the long ball, but Liddy Joy can't hold on. Third down and 4 for Richland. Dabbs gives the ball to Farina. Farina weaves his way through traffic. He needed 4, he got 5. First down. Second down and 10. Dabbs stays in a quarterback. 22 seconds to play in the third quarter. Dabbs back to pass. Has it caught. Now he has it tucked. And he's caught and he's taken down from behind by a slew of Bison. He's going to grab 1 yard on that play. The fourth quarter continues. Fourth down and 8 for Richland. Dabbs in the shotgun. 3 down low. Ethan Dabbs scrambling near side. Cox fires one. Big ball downfield. And it's caught by Colby Warshall. Warshall at the 15 to the 10. 5. All the way. Touchdown. Richland. Touchdown. Colby Warshall. 56-yard pass completion from Ethan Dabbs. Finally, they connect on the long ball, Mike.
You know, Jared, we've been talking the whole game. How can you not enjoy watching this freshman rolling to his left, throwing against the grain, against his body, and nailing it? Finally finding Colby Warshall downfield. Richland on the board. Good stuff.
So Richland's onside kick is recovered by Bedford. Montgomery looks things over. First and 10 on the 43-yard line. Low snap, it gets past Montgomery. Montgomery's got to do something with it. He picks it up, and man, he's going to pay. They put him down. Ball and Palasek are there to put him down for a loss of 17 on the play. Third down and half a country mile for Bedford. 10:15 to play in the game. Montgomery hands the ball off to Cook. Here comes Cook up the middle. Cook with some grass in front of him, and he's tripped up by Dom Farina, short of the first down. That's a 20-yard run, but 7 yards short. 66, Ethan Dabbs stays in a quarterback. He has 3 low. Lenny Joy in the backfield with him. 9:16 to play in the game. From the shotgun, Dabbs takes it, tucks it, runs far side, outruns his blockers. Here he goes, and he stumbles ahead near the 37-yard line. Mark him at the 38. A 17-yard pickup by the freshman. Second down and 9 from the 39, 8:15 to play in the game. Dabbs has 3 low from the shotgun. Here he comes. Dabbs, Cox, fires downfield. It might have been hit. It's fluttering. It's picked off. Picked off by Dylan Downs. Downs across midfield with blockers. Downs looking downfield, trying to get around Farina, and he does. Throws a stiff arm. Here he comes. He's the 45-40, 35-30, looking at his blockers. 30, 25, 20, and down at the 19-yard line goes Dylan Downs. Downs returns that INT 40 yards, first down for Bedford. Fans, this segment of football is brought to you by the Tribune Democrat. For great high school sports coverage from Cambria, Somerset, and Bedford counties, picks, stats, read the Tribune Democrat. Be sure to pick up the Saturday high school football edition. To subscribe, call 532-5000 or visit tribdem.com. Montgomery hands the ball off to Cook, who rumbles straight up the gut for a gain of 5 yards. 3rd down and 2 from the 11-yard line. Montgomery goes under center this time, hands the ball off to Cook. Cook, who thunders forward, pushes the line, but he won't push him far enough. He's still a yard short of the first down. 4th down and 1 from the 9-yard line. Montgomery. No, he's going to keep it himself. Montgomery hits the line, moves ahead. Looks like he's going to have it. Tries to go backwards into the end zone. They stop him before he can get in the end zone. A flag comes in. Richland's guilty of a face mask. Either way, Bedford's going to be 1st and goal. 1st down and goal from the 1-yard line. 6:13 to play in the game. Montgomery takes the snap and just follows his line straight ahead, waiting for the call. There it is. Touchdown, Bedford. Touchdown, Austin Montgomery. 1-yard run, his 2nd of the game, and the Bison tack on 6 more here at homecoming. Dom Farina and Colby Warshall await the kick by Austin Montgomery. 47-21, 6:08 to play. The kick is away, and it's taken by Warshall at about the 8-yard line across the 10, 15, 20, 25, follows his hole at the 30, 35, 40, 45, midfield. 1 man to beat, and he's taken out of bounds by the kicker. That's Austin Montgomery, but a nice return by Warshall. The Rams start this drive with decent field position. Let's see what they can do. Dabbs play action. Back to pass, setting up the screen to Farina. Nicely done. Here comes Farina. Farina across the 40-35. Breaks a tackle 30, 25-20 to the 15 and taken down at the 11-yard line by Dylan Downs, but that's going to be a 35-yard pickup. 1st and 10, Richland. 1st and 10 on the 11-yard line. Dabbs back to pass. Dabbs, here comes some heat. He's wrapped up and he's taken down. Matt Klein comes in and takes the quarterback down for a 14-yard sack. 2nd down and 24 from the 25. Ethan Dabbs stays in at quarterback, 1 high, 2 low. Farina in the backfield. The give is to Farina. Farina finds a hole on the near side. Farina puts it into 4-wheel drive and drags some Bison with him to about the 11-yard line. And here comes a flag for a personal foul. Tack on more. 2nd down and 4 from about the 5-yard line. Dabbs gives it to Warshall. Warshall tries the near side, and he gets close. Let's see what they say. Let's see where they spot it. They're going to spot it at about the 1-foot line. 2nd down and goal. Richland wants to get 6 on the board. 2:30 to play. Dabbs from the shotgun just takes it, puts his head down, and powers his way into the end zone. Touchdown! Richland! Ethan Dabbs from a yard out. That's his 2nd of the game. Tack on 6 more for the Rams. Richland showing a lot of heart, showing a lot of pride. They're not giving up on this game. Bedford, on the other hand, trying to close this one out. Schaefer goes into motion. Montgomery gives the ball to Cook. Cook surges ahead, and he's going to get about 6 yards. 1st down and 10 on the 26-yard line after the penalty. Montgomery stands in a shotgun under a minute to play. Montgomery back to pass. Looking, throwing towards the end zone, and caught it is. Zach Schaefer with a nice little scoop there. 1st and goal. 36 seconds to play in the game. Bedford not letting off the gas at all. Here comes Montgomery looking to throw. Throws it to the end zone, and it's batted around. A little bit of a Plinko game going on there. And Ethan Dabbs pulls it in. There's the freshman again who wisely just sits down, stopping the clock with 20 seconds to play. 20 seconds remain in this game. Ethan Dabbs steps in at quarterback again. 3 high, 1 low. Dabbs back to pass. Dabbs looking, fires one down the middle of the field, and it's picked off by 36. That's Devin Carnes. Carnes, here he comes at the 30, 25, 20, 15, stays in bounds. They push him in bounds, and he's finally taken down inside the 10-yard line. And Carnes' INT is going to seal the deal. Montgomery steps in, takes a knee in the victory formation, and the clock runs. That's it. Bedford defeats Richland 47-29. Fans, a reminder, you can watch this game, get DVDs and advertising information 24/7 at rmgsports.net. Next week, we head to Westmont for the Panthers and Highlanders. For Mike Satoski and the entire RMG Sports crew, I'm Jared Romsberg. We'll see you next week on RMG's Game Tape.